Welcome back, everybody, to Rohan's Darkest Hour. Last time, mistakes were made and lessons were learned. Apparently we do have our Mason's Hall, and I am wishing I had gone with the armory. Foldberg could definitely benefit from an armory right about now. I should have known better. I have tweaked the graphics a little bit again. I don't think it will help very much, but hopefully we should keep a slightly better frame rate as a result of that, I hope. We had a little bit of a debacle rather. We tried to hold the fords of Isen from Isengard. They took it anyway. If I had moved the Helm's Deep army to Foldberg instead of the river crossing, I would still have an army with which to defend it. So that was a mistake. It's a little late to go back on it now. Foldberg probably going to fold, and losing a replenishing unit of Helminga archers is going to be not my favorite, but I earned it. I also criminally underestimated peasants. I disbanded 2 units of them that were in Foldberg, and I am now wishing that I hadn't. We also disbanded some in Aldberg, and I'm fine with that. That decision I maintain was the right one to make. However, these scouts, these peasants on horseback, did so much better in the battle than I expected them to.
Too long have these peasants stood against you.
And yes, a different kind of cavalry could have done so much more for us in that situation, but they did really well considering what they were up against and what was asked of them. I really underestimated peasants. I've been waiting on the Council of Nobles to give me a mission, and in hindsight that seems like a bit of a trivial priority. We will get missions when we get them, and if they don't give us a mission, then so be it. Probably our first move in this episode is actually going to be to take Rochberg, and just who cares about the Council of Nobles. These boys will be very useful, not because they're going to take part in the assault on Rochberg, but because they can garrison it, and that will allow Eomer to race down here and retake Foldberg after it folds. For now, they can just get closer. Now, Foldberg doesn't really stand a chance. It would have if I had not attempted to hold the crossing, but it's too late now. About the only thing we can really do is send our diplomat to speak to the besiegers and plead with them. Get down on our knees, prostrate ourselves, and beg that Isengard will buy our map information for 1,000 gold.
Such a thing.
Are you sure you wouldn't even accept just a little bit of it?
Something else you'd like to suggest? Let us not take this further.
Oh, fine. Maybe someone else will buy it.
Without question, tomorrow's...
I'm sure this garrison will be perfectly sufficient to hold Carandros when Mordor attacks. Perfectly sufficient. Over here in Ithilien, we find Faramir with his rangers. He'll be fine. Nothing bad is going to happen over here on this side of the river. We can use some peasants. Take our boys out of the fort here. Theoden still can't leave Adoras, but we can send them everything else that's in there.
This tower will keep vigil over the lands.
Okay, it's time for a thing.
Yes, my lord.
We shall prevail.
Well, I'll see you on the battle map.
Muster your courage, men. We march into battle.
Okay, so here we are in Rochberg. As soon as we start, we can run you up onto this hill here and get a useful firing position down onto the enemy. Eomer will probably be doing the bulk of the fighting for us, or rather, his bodyguards will. Horse archers are about as balanced in this mod as they were historically. Keep running. Keep running. Come on. Move, move, move. This unit is out of ammunition. Let's get them off the field. We don't want any more of them dying. These horse boys have also used up their ammunition, so they can leave the field. Boy. These guys saw that happen and they're like, nope! The pathing in Medieval 2 Total War is not the best. So like if I told Eomer to charge these guys, the charge would probably be wasted due to the close building formation here. But we may be able to get a charge in on these guys. Here we go. Not too shabby. Of course, for maximum effectiveness, you want to pull them out and then charge them back in again, because the charge is where they do the most damage. You saw us doing that with the peasants last time, and it really works a lot better with a unit that is not peasants. Nope. Oh! Never mind, we actually did get it in right at the last second there. You too. Thank you. We might be able to get a better angle for charging on them if we swing around this way. The Rohan bodyguard has a higher charge bonus than their basic attack. You more than double how much damage you do when you manage to charge. This practically turns your enemies into bowling pins, at least if you can line the charge up, which we hopefully will be able to. If we charge directly at the infantry, then one of two things is going to happen. Either we're going to shoot right past the peasant scouts, and they're going to be able to hit us in the back, or some of our guys are going to get caught up on the scouts, and we're not going to get the full bonus out of our charge. Honestly, I think it makes more sense to just attack the peasants, and then we can charge the infantry again afterward. There's nothing else in our way.
Now for run! Now for going!
And do it again. The nifty thing about the town square is your people cannot rout while they're standing on it. Even if they're absolute cowards, they will still stand their ground. It makes it a little difficult to take because you have to kill every last man on it. But that's okay. We can do that. And we send him back. Eomer has achieved a gold chevron of experience, and he's likely to keep it for the entire campaign.
Continue like this, we will smash the enemy.
We've been smashing them. Repeatedly. last 4.
Our men have taken control of the city. Our men have slain the enemy general. Without him, his troops will lose. Our foe is utterly vanquished. Let all who remember this day remember it as the day of our most glorious victory.
Yeah, we lost 13 guys.
We have triumphed! My lord, our courage and honor have conquered.
Rocheburg is already mostly Northmen as it is, so we don't have to worry about converting it culturally. What we do need to worry about is we don't have any buildings here. Now, our peasants cannot reach Rocheburg on this turn, but they will reach it next turn. Eomer is desperately needed in the Westfold. And Rocheburg currently has 140 public order with 5 units in it on normal tax rate.
Yes, my lord.
Let's see what happens when we abandon our fresh conquest. Well, they're not too happy about it. But I think they'll manage. We have no units in this settlement, but it's unlikely to be attacked before the horses arrive. And meanwhile, Eomer's riders are freed up to head west where they are needed. We can pull a similar thing with Theodred, who has an even bigger bodyguard. Actually, they only have 2 pike units left. He can't handle them on his own, though. You know what? Who cares? He is needed now.
Get you!
See you on the battle map.
We attack! The enemy have brought up more men.
I don't think that's quite where I thought they would be, but it's okay. This is certainly an interesting angle at which to deploy one's pikes. Let's start this off. Opposing cavalry charges. Always a great start to the day. Now, we have shredded their unit of cavalry, but unfortunately, Isengard's crossbowmen and archers over here have taken the opportunity to pick off a few of our horsemen. We're going to charge them, starting with the crossbowmen because those pierce armor. Right now, their arrows are hitting more of their own guys than they are of ours, because their horsemen are between them and us. They're sending choppers after us. Not the most tactically sound maneuver. Okay, now they're turning around. That is actually smarter. You do more good for your boys if you have them run away from a charge than if you have them run towards it. And we have still caused a great deal of damage to their formation. And they've finally put their pikes in a more logical place. They've got beast slayers out here unprotected.
They've fought long and are becoming tired.
Yeah, they are. They've just got one guy left in this unit. And there's all these arrows coming at us. I think we've done probably about as much harm as we really can at this point, so get out of here.
This defeat is a bitter drop to swallow. Next time it'll be our foe that sups from this befouled cup.
Okay. So they only got 3 of their dead back this time. That is a marked improvement. We've only retreated a very short distance. Well, as turns go, that seemed fruitful. So it has come to this. It was going to. See you in a second.
Muster your courage, men!
Now, we really don't have much going for us in this battle. We do have a couple of things. Ranged weapons are very important in a siege. Granted, so are pikes. From this position, he can shoot over this wall at the backs of the enemies as they batter down the door. Gamling has these axe boys. They are... I mean, they're pretty good. But they alone will not be enough. We are still going to lose this battle, almost certainly. It's almost like trying to hold that ford was a bad idea. Form shield wall, stand in harm's way. Oh, crap. Theodred is under AI control. Boom.
Blast their eyes! The enemy's ram is through our gates! Defeat seems almost certain. Our general lies slain upon the battlefield.
Oh, there goes gambling.
Pray something changes in the course of battle. For defeat seems...
How did you get outside? Oh my god, that's how you got outside. Why were they bothering with the gate?
Our ally lies dead.
My lord, your son, he is dead.
Our enemies may have won this battle, but they've not won this war.
Well, honestly, that went about as well as I could have expected it to. I could go back and fight it again, but I don't think I can do better. They came to us with 7,500, and they lost 400. I'm not gonna say those are good numbers. We lost Theodred, we lost Erkenbrand, and we lost Gamling, all in one battle. But we couldn't really save Erkenbrand or Gamling, and I don't think that we could have saved Theodred either with the way this one was set up. If I had not attacked the army previously, then he probably would not have been sucked into this. But when an ally army flees in a siege battle, it goes to the town square. If he can't get off the field, then he can't run away from the orcs.
Better him than me.
So we could not have saved him, or any of them, without winning. And maybe some of you could have won this battle, but I don't think I could have. Oh, now you've got a mission for me. Send emissary to the clans of Enedwaith. Okay, that's a bit of a ways away, but I think we can make it. We have officially lost Foldberg.
As you wish, my lord. Bosses, your will, my lord. Yes. Urging armies.
What does this remind me of? Maybe we should train some peasants for Guineard.
Your orders, my lord.
Yes, my lord. Orders.
Your orders, my lord.
This tower will keep vigil over the lands. My lord. Yes.
Yep. Yep. That's a lot of dying. Nice. Nice garrison you got there. Now, of course, it would be nice to retake Foldberg, but I don't think I can defeat them militarily, so I'm just going to have to keep pressing diplomatic negotiations and try to get them to buy my map information for 1,000 gold. Okay, but have you considered, what if you did? No, no. What about 100?
I'll leave this for now, please.
Not even for 100? Oh, come on. Okay, fine. Where was that settlement? All the way over here?
As you wish.
I wonder if they want some map information. Well, I think I've got enough material for another episode now. If you thought things were bad ending the last episode after a huge mistake, try ending one right before a huge mistake. I think we've set ourselves up quite nicely for absolute failure. Nice digs, nice digs. Here we are in Rohan. We have concluded another turn. As usual, life has proven to be miserable and typically short, and we will see you in the next one.